بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا وحبيبنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear brothers and sisters, I'm honored to stand before you today in this very special convention, ISNA convention. 8 years ago, my father was on his deathbed in Egypt, and he was speaking with everyone there as if he's leaving his wasiyah, the will, testimony. The last words of a scholar who was at that time 81 years old. His life was full of sacrifice, knowledge, and giving to the entire ummah. But we found while he was there that he left us a testimony, the last testimony. And when we read it, it was not only to his children and grandchildren, but it was also to the ummah. Not only the ummah, but it was for humanity. And I will share with you this testimony, and you will be the judge. He said, I sanctify justice, celebrate freedom, and honor humanity. Thank you. While demonstrating gentleness with the weak, I remind the strong that there is always someone who is stronger than him or her. I advise the rich to fulfill the rights of the poor, while I remind the poor that the rich among them have been entrusted with Allah's wealth to fulfill the rights of the poor. I love goodness and gentleness and reject evil. I invite to piety and reject violence. I cling to the rope of guidance and uphold the truth. I fight lies and deceit and forbid corruption. I seek reconciliation to the extent possible. I yearn for peace and despair war and despise war. I love humility and strive for a good life. I stand in awe of death, yet I believe that this is a bridge I must cross, to cross from a fleeting life to one that is eternal. I desire the best ending and seek refuge in Allah from the contrary. I love heaven and detest hellfire. I seek security and hate instability. I abhor hatred. I'm not profane, destructive, or corrupt. My lineage extends to Adam and Hawa, for Adam is my father and Hawa is my mother. All of humanity are my sisters and brothers. I do not disdain, betray, or humiliate a single human being. Rather, I strive to guide human beings, light their path, and walk with them along the path to heaven. I seek to be a roadblock between them and falling into hellfire. I love the universe and belong to it. I love all my neighbors in the universe, including its trees, plants, rocks, animals, mountains, and rivers. Allah most majestic has created me from this earth. To this earth, He will return me to it. And from this earth, He will restore me once again. To this earth I belong, and for its cultivation, Imran, I call. My desire is to elevate the truth. My goal is to spread peace and security in it. My means is to struggle with my own soul in order for peace to be realized and security to prevail. I invite God, to whom is my ultimate return. Peace is my objective. Security is my desire. Terrorism is my enemy. Conflict is my adversary. Inner peace is my pursuit. Do you recognize me? Do you know on this earth anyone who parallels this description? I'm Muslim. Dr. Taha Jabir Alwani, his last words, I am Muslim, is a profound declaration to the principles and values that define the essence of being Muslims. Reflecting on this piece, I found that he encapsulates the vision of life devoted to justice, peace, and humility. This piece is not merely a description of identity, but a call to action, reminding Muslims of their responsibility to embody the best of the human qualities in their daily lives. The repetition of I throughout this piece emphasizes personal accountability. It's a reminder that faith, Iman, is not passive, but active, requiring one to stand up for justice, support the weak, and challenge the strong. The piece also beautifully balances the relationship between personal piety and social responsibility. It shows that being Muslim is about more than individual spirituality. It's about contributing to the betterment of society, fostering peace, and rejecting all forms of violence and hatred. One of the most powerful elements of this text is its universality. Dr. Sheikh Alwani's, rahimahullah, description of a Muslim transcends ethnic, cultural, social barriers. It speaks to a universal humanity rooted in the shared lineage of Adam and Eve, or Hawa, that connects all people to their parents. This reminds me of the inherent dignity of every human being and the duty to respect and uplift others regardless of their backgrounds. The love for the universe and everything within it, trees, plants, animals, and even the objects like rocks and mountains, illustrates the deep ecology consciousness that Islam encourages. This connection to the earth and all of the creation is reminded us that environmental stewardship is not a modern trend, but an integral part of Islamic teachings. Finally, this piece underscores the ultimate journey of life and, of course, death, framing it not as an end. Death is not an end, but as a bridge to eternity. This perspective fosters a sense of purpose and urgency, encouraging one to live a life that honors Allah, God, and benefits humanity, knowing that our deeds in this world have eternal consequences. In summary, I am Muslim is a rich, layered reflection on what it means to live a life of Iman, faith, deeply connected to both the Creator and the creation. It challenges me and you to think about how we can better embody these principles in our own life, striving for peace, justice, and humility in all that we do. جزاكم الله خيرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.